There are three decisions in finance: the financing decision, the investment decision, and the dividend decision. Before we can talk about how to make those decisions, we need to have a goal. What is the goal of the firm? To answer that question, let's go back to the beginning. Benson and Alex found this product and they knew people wanted it, so they decided to start Caspian Sea Drinks and sell this plum-based lemonade type drink. Why did they do that? What was their goal? At this point, they're privately held. It's just Benson and Alex. I don't know what their goal is. Maybe they think plums are really good, and that if more people drank this plum drink, it would increase the health of the country. Maybe they want to promote the consumption of plums for whatever reason. Seems like a crazy goal. Maybe it's their goal. Maybe they just want to own their own business where they can be outside and do what they want to do without having a boss. Maybe they just want to be out there to meet girls when they're selling the drink. I don't know. The point is, it's up to them. Their goal is whatever their goal is. But that changes when you get investors. When they go to Spencer and say, all right, Spencer, we want to sell you a portion of the firm, it's going to change what they do based on what they promised Spencer. When they go to Stovall and Justin and say, all right, guys, we want to borrow money from you, their goals are going to change perhaps based on what they promise these two guys. Let's call these guys the bondholders, because in a big corporation, we're going to refer to these as bondholders. The bondholders get a promise. That promise is, if you give me money today, I will give you money in the future. I'll give you a specific amount on a specific date, and if I don't, you take control of the firm. That's the deal. So Benson and Alex did not start this company so they could make bondholders rich. They only went to the bondholders because they needed the money, and they made them a promise, and they made a deal. If you loan us this money, we will do this. And in that promise, they say, we're not going to do crazy things with the money. We're going to invest it wisely. We're going to take your money and turn it into more money and pay you what we promise you. But our goal is not to make you wealthy. That's not it at all. When they go to Spencer, they say, Spencer, look, you're going to be the residual claimant. You're going to get 30% of this firm. So when we put money into this money machine, whatever comes out that we get, we're the residual claimants, we each get 35%, but you get 30%. Why do you think Spencer would do this? Well, he's not in the day-to-day operations, and maybe he looks at these guys and said, you know what? Let's do some real social good with this firm. Let's employ a lot of people. Okay, that'd be great. By the way, you're not going to run the company for the benefit of your employees. They're much like the bondholders. You say to them, if you work and do this job, I will pay you, I'll treat you fairly, and all that, I'll make the payment that I promise you. But Benson and Alex probably didn't start this company to make employees rich. Spencer's probably not going to say, I want to invest $40,000 so you can hire a bunch of people and give them jobs. Now, Spencer's probably wanting to invest in this company so he can make money. Well, think about when we add a little more complexity to this, and now just these three guys, they can sit down in a booth together at some restaurant and they can determine, you know what, this is the goal of our firm. But then they went and they got angel investors. When the angels came in, there are about 10 of those guys. They got venture capitalists. When the VCs come in, why do the angel investors and VCs come in? To make money. Then they went public, and now they have thousands or maybe millions of individual owners who have no control over what Benson and Alex do. They're trusting that these guys are going to make money for them. They're trusting that these guys are going to maximize their wealth. So the goal of the firm is to maximize shareholder wealth. You may think that term, maximize shareholder wealth, that sounds really greedy. You should be doing social good. Let me make that social good argument. Benson and Alex can sit down together and they can agree on what social good is. They can agree, let's make money and give to this specific charity. Let's give to charity A. They do things we believe in. Benson even has a charity that he likes. He likes some charities that drill fresh water wells in Africa, which is a huge need. If you have money you want to give somewhere, find an organization that does that. Fresh water may be the top need in the world. But maybe Spencer, that's not his thing. He may have had a friend that died of breast cancer or lung cancer, and he wants to give to breast cancer research. So why should Benson and Alex take his money right here before this money comes out? Why don't they take this money and give it to some charity? The charity that Benson and Alex get to choose, and not the one that Spencer gets to choose. Now, when we add the angel investors and the VCs and the thousands of the people, after the initial public offering, now you have thousands of owners. Now you're a publicly traded company. When you're a publicly traded company, you can't find a charity that everybody agrees on. You can't agree with what social good actually is. So you have this one goal: maximize shareholder wealth. Because at that point, money comes out to these shareholders, and each one of these guys, Benson, Alex, Spencer, the angels, the VCs, the people that bought in the initial public offering, whoever owns the firm, each one of them can choose how to use that money. They can choose to give it to charity or not give it to charity. It's up to them. The one thing that would be unethical, imagine you're Spencer and you sit down and Benson says, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure this company works, and we're going to make a lot of money. Spencer's putting money in there to make money, not to give to charity, and certainly not to give to charity so Benson and Alex can reap the rewards of it. So should a company give anything to charity at any time? Maybe, because maybe if Caspian Sea Drinks donated to the community, they would be viewed in a more positive light and people would buy more of their drink. But that's the only reason. The only reason a company anywhere, anytime should give to charity is to maximize shareholder wealth. That's not greedy. That's not greedy at all. That's being respectful of the people you work for. Benson and Alex are the agents of the owners who have no control. They have made a promise. They have an ethical obligation to get as much money out of this money machine as they can in an ethical and lawful way. Get as much money out of this money machine as they can to give to the shareholders, who will then decide how much money they should give to charity, how much money they should spend on their own to do what they want to do with it. Here's another last way to think about it. A lot of shareholders are going to be retirement funds. You have retirement for teachers and firemen and policemen. So should you take $1, every dollar that you take out of this money machine and give to charity is money that doesn't go to the owner. Don't think of these owners as rich fat cats somewhere. These are people you know. These are the firemen, the teachers, the policemen. Sometimes they are the rich fat cats. But can you take $1 away from them to give to a charity, and then that charity come to you and say, oh, you're great, we really appreciate you. Well, you didn't give your money, you gave somebody else's money. So that is my final argument, that maximizing shareholder wealth is the ethical thing to do. It's not greedy at all. It's just giving money to people who should have the money, and it's up to those people to make the ethical choice to give money away as they see fit, and it's not my position to tell them what they should do with their money. So the goal of the firm: maximize shareholder wealth, maximize shareholder wealth, maximize shareholder wealth.